Hi, Alicia. How's everything? Who's this? It's Cody's mom. Oh, hi. Everything is good. How are you? How did you know my ID? I'm good also. Cody told me. Did something happen? What do you mean, did something happen? You really don't talk to me, so I'm surprised that I got a text from you. That's not true. We talked the last time we met. Yeah, that was like a year and a half ago. Well, I was thinking that talking to you again might be nice because I'm going to live with you and Cody from tomorrow. So excited! What? What are you talking about? Living with us? Yeah. You didn't hear anything from him? No. When was this decided? Like 4 or 5 months ago. He didn't tell me anything about this. I think he did, but you probably weren't listening. Well, now you know. Wait, this is going to be a problem because it's my house. No, it's not. It's his. Since when is this his house? He told me that he bought this house. He said that? Yeah. So you don't have the right to decide what to do. Can you listen to my side of the story too? No. I don't want to waste my time because I need to finish packing. And I only believe what my son says. It's not a good thing to assume things without listening to the other person, you know. Are you talking back to me? You are so disrespectful. No wonder Cody calls me to complain about you recently. He does? What does he say about me? Yes. He said you don't listen to him. Is terrible at cooking and doesn't do household chores. And many more. Looks like you're not a good wife at all. I wonder why he married you. I will be tough on you from tomorrow, so be prepared. This is too sudden, so can I talk to Cody once? Of course. Go ahead. A few minutes later. Cody, your mom texted me and said that she's going to live with us from tomorrow. Seriously?
Oh, is it tomorrow already? Time flies so fast. Yes!
Why didn't you tell me about this?
I did tell you, like 4 months ago. You weren't listening.
I have a good memory, and I swear to God, you never talked to me about this.
Well, now you know. Do you have a problem with it?
Isn't it normal to ask me first for permission? Before that, did you even think about if she has enough space living here? And if we can support her financially?
There is enough space. We can move the furniture around and throw away the things we don't need. She'll have your room because your room is the biggest. And why don't you live in the basement? And yes, we can't support her with your salary.
Why am I the only one that needs to change rooms when she's the one living in this house? Also, why my salary? She's your mom. So take responsibility supporting her because I didn't agree for her to live here in the first place.
If you want to argue, why don't we divorce?
What?
I already decided to let her live here. So if you have any problems, let's divorce. And why don't you leave the house?
Wait, hold up. So the reason why you want to divorce and kick me out is because I don't want your mom to live with us?
Exactly.
Wow. This is ridiculous.
Don't you understand that you need her? You don't do that much household chores, and the food you cook is gross. My mom can do everything.
When we got married, I told you that I'm busy with work and can't do everything by myself, so you promised to help me with the household chores. Also, be thankful that I cook for you and don't feed you frozen food.
I do help with your household chores, but you're slacking off recently. Same as your cooking. My mom will teach you how to do those from tomorrow, so be thankful.
Look, I'm in charge of a big project right now, and I work overtime, unlike you who only works part-time.
That sounds like an excuse to me. Hey, even though I work part-time, I'm busy too.
I work 8 to 10 hours a week. Possibly more. You only work 6 hours, 3 times per week. Right?
Yeah, but it's physical work. You're talking as if I'm not working hard enough. What a
You were also mean, telling me that I'm always slacking off and making excuses.
I thought I married a good person, but I guess not. You're just plain annoying, and I can't stand people who can't listen to me or my mom. So why don't we divorce?
Guess what? I actually was thinking that, and I have no problem divorcing you. I don't know. I didn't know we had the same opinion. I'll go fill out the divorce papers then. Wow. Can't believe that divorcing you was this easy. I should have said it earlier. Can you come home early today, though? I want to talk to you about your mom coming here.
What's there to talk about? My mom is living there from tomorrow. Period. Point blank.
We're getting divorced, so there's no meaning for her to come here. Can you tell her that? Because she won't listen to me.
Why? She already packed her bags to move in, so isn't it rude to tell her that she can't come? She's also my mom. Are you serious?
Hey, can we talk about this face-to-face later on? I have a lot of work to do for the project, and I don't want to waste time.
Fine. I really don't want to see your face, but it's going to be about my mom, so I'll go home in a little bit.
3 weeks later.
Yo, Louise! When are you planning on staying here till? We're divorced 3 weeks ago. Why are you still here? Get the f*** out!
I can be here if I want to. Also, I gave up my room for her. Appreciate that.
It's common sense to do that, so I won't appreciate it.
You are so self-centered. I want to know how your mom raised you. I am more amazed than angry.
How am I self-centered?
Let's see. You let your mom live in this house without listening to me. You wanted me to do stuff, and even if I did it for you, you never appreciated me. And you always make excuses when you don't want to do something for me.
That's because I was the boss of the house, and it was your duty to take care of me. Also, this is my house.
Oh my God, how many times do I need to tell you that it's my house?
Look, I'm not going to waste my time arguing with you because you're leaving. Speaking of leaving, my mom is coming home in like an hour or two, so I will appreciate it if you can leave, like right now. She also doesn't want you in the house.
Really? After all that I've done for her.
You didn't even do anything.
I cooked, did laundry, and washed the mess she left in the kitchen, even though I'm busy with work. You call that not doing anything? You and your mom are awful.
Yeah, whatever. Please, come home early so you can leave.
You're saying to leave the house from a while ago. But you're the one that's going to leave.
Excuse me?
Do you not remember who bought this house?
We both did.
Nope. I did. 3 years ago when I was still single. So I'm the owner of this house. You didn't even pay a penny. You didn't know?
No, wait. I was paying for the maintenance and the utility fee, right?
I was paying for it because there is no way we can pay with only your salary. You only earn $1,000 per month.
What? I thought we were paying with my salary.
We talked about this last time. Weren't you listening to me? I bet you were too focused on how you're going to let your mom live here.
Wait, we were dating when you bought the house, so it's also my house, right?
What are you talking about? Of course not. I let you stay at my house because you told me you have nowhere to go. Stop being so egocentric. Let me ask you a question then. Were you paying for anything? Nope. You didn't even try to pay me. Who do you think made it possible for you to live without any problems? Now do you understand that this is my house? Now can you kick me out?
Hey, can we make a deal? I'll pay you from now on, and all of the money that I owe you, little by little, so can you let us stay?
Of course not. Money doesn't matter right now. It's the fact that you acted like the house was yours, and you tried to kick me out. Plus, it's too late because we're divorced now.
So are you really going to kick me and my mom out?
Yeah, because we are strangers now. You guys are a waste of space.
Don't say that!
Well, it seems like the plan of kicking me out didn't work. Can't believe that you were about to steal my house from me. Anyways, now that you know, can you leave?
What? Seriously?
Yeah, I can imagine what your face looks like now. And I bet you are regretting everything. It's too late now, and you really pissed me off. Please leave the house within 5 minutes. Otherwise, I will call the cops.
Wait, 5 minutes? That's too short! I misunderstood everything, and I'll apologize. Actually, my mom is here and is already unpacking, so wouldn't it be easier for you to leave instead of us?
Do you want this house that much? If you do, please pay for it.
Why?
Because I'm selling the house to a stranger? What other reasons are there? If you don't want to pay for it, then give up and go live somewhere else.
Do I really need to do that?
Yes, you do. You better choose right now.
I can't pay for the house!
Then leave.
We don't have anywhere to go! My mom sold her house!
You're joking, right? Didn't she think about things before sending it?
Probably not. I think she was too excited to live here.
Well, that sucks.
Don't you feel bad for us?
Not at all. Well, now that you know everything, please leave. I'm asking you nicely. I can help you pack your bags.
It's too sudden! Can you wait a few more months? I want to think about this!
So you think you can have time to think about it, but I didn't? I only had one night.
This is something important because my mom is involved!
So that means you didn't care what will happen to me?
No, I care about you! I wasn't thinking about your feelings or your situation. I was selfish, and I regret it!
Oh, now you're sorry. Sorry, but nothing will change, even if you apologize. Anyways, what are you going to do? I can't wait a few months, but can wait a few seconds.
Can we discuss this? We were husband and wife for a long time, so we should understand each other.
We couldn't. So that's why we got divorced.
Please, I'm begging you! Can I at least talk to my mom about this?
Yeah, but I don't think anything will change. Don't you think about planning something to win the house back, okay? You not replying means that this is true, huh? I knew it.
Damn, why is this happening?
You should have listened to me in the first place.
Shut up! What will happen to us then? Are you really going to leave us?
Yeah. Is there a reason not to? Take time to think about why you're getting kicked out, while I call the cops on you. For trespassing.
What? Trespassing?
Yep. Because I don't know you.
Wait, we're going to be homeless! I can't believe that you'll just leave us! You'll regret kicking us out someday!
It doesn't matter to me if you guys become homeless. The thing I regret the most is getting married to you. I should have gotten a divorce a while ago, but couldn't find the right timing, so thank you for giving me the opportunity. Anyways, I think the police should arrive any minute now.
What? Seriously?
Yeah. So if your mom comes home, I advise you two to pack your stuff.
Where are we supposed to go?
I don't know. You're a grown adult, so why don't you think about that?
Please help us!
No thanks. Please get out of my face. You must be happy, because you get to live with your mom for the rest of your life, right? After the incident, the police arrived at the house and Cody and his mom were questioned by the cops, but since they didn't want to get arrested, they packed their stuff and quietly left the house. They now live in a crummy apartment in the middle of nowhere, and his mom is so pissed at him that she completely ignores him. So it seems like their relationship is terrible now. If he would have told me about this in the first place, his life would have been different.
What the hell, man? What are you thinking? You really thought that was funny? You totally spilled that water on me on purpose, right? You didn't do that on accident at all. Why the hell would you do that to me at my welcoming party? Did I do something to offend you or something?
What? I don't know what in the world you're talking about, John. I think you're just victimizing yourself. But if you think that you're being disliked, maybe you should really think deep down and ask yourself why someone would really dislike you. I mean, honestly, you call yourself a working class adult, right? You should be able to figure out why someone wouldn't like you.
No, I really can't think of anything at all. Why don't you go ahead and lie to me, Scott?
See, you always want someone to tell you instead of just trying to figure it out by yourself. You're such a spoiled little brat. You realize that is one of the most characteristic traits of someone who's totally useless at work, right? If you're not someone that we could use at work, why don't you just quit the company for everyone, huh? Myself included.
What do you mean I'm useless? I haven't even had a chance to prove myself at all because I haven't started working yet. It's a company, and I understand, accept even, that we will be judged based on the amount and quality of work that we do. I'm not disagreeing with you there. However, I don't really like that you're judging me when I haven't even had the chance to do any work at all. It's actually extremely offensive, and I want you to cut it out.
Yap. You just talk way too much, man. You realize the situation you're in and who you're talking to, right? Do you understand that you're someone who doesn't seem to catch what people are thinking without them explicitly telling you? And when you start talking, everyone around you gets real tired of listening to your yapping and start getting real woozy and sleepy.
Yeah, I'm not sure how any of that or how entertaining I am has to do with how good I am at working.
I don't even like how you're so calm either. Don't you have emotions? Come on, man. You're just a high school graduate who looks down on the people around you. Seriously, you better stop looking down on people like that because some of us are actually educated unlike you.
Ah, high school graduate. That's what you were talking to me about. So you really care about my education, huh? Is that why you don't like me working at this company? Because I haven't even gone to college and I'm working at the same company as you?
This company's not a place where someone of your low educational background should be working. This is a place reserved for the highest working class men. You do know about this company, right? You can't be that stupid to where you don't even know where you're working. This company is one of the top of the food chain corporations that people want to work at as soon as they leave college. It's the best place you could work in the contiguous United States, you understand?
Yes, of course I'm aware of that. I did apply here and get the job, and I'm still failing to see how this is relevant to what you said before.
I've graduated top of the class in one of the most top-of-the-line colleges in the States. Do you understand how many other graduates I had to beat out to get this position? I think you should be able to connect the dots. You're not the kind of person that should be working in this company. Let me guess. You used some kind of dirty tactic to get in, right? Maybe you paid off the right people or something?
Yeah, I'm not sure that this company is the kind of company that some dirty high school graduate will be able to pay off the right person to get into, right? Or is that all you think about this company?
Stop being such a smartass, John. You know what I mean. Just you watch, smart boy. I'm gonna make sure to expose you to everyone so they know the dirty tricks you played to get into this company.
Yeah, sure. I'd love to see you go for it, Scott. Good luck.
Vice President, sir? I'm just checking in on things and seeing how well they're going over there with Scott. Are things going well?
Honestly, it's worse than I'd anticipated. I can't believe that someone that bad was in the department. How did he get into this company? However, just because of how rude he was, doesn't mean that he's the kind of person to be embezzling company money. I need to make sure about this because it's a serious accusation. Based on how he is behaving and what he's saying, he does seem to really care about the company. He seems to have a tremendous amount of respect for the company itself as well, but...
No, sir. I believe that you're mistaken in that point. He doesn't have a tremendous amount of respect for the company. He has a tremendous amount of respect for the amount of respect and status that being employed here brings him. I've actually caught wind that he's in the market right now for a new job as well. I don't know how true this is, but I don't think we could put it past him. I think he's getting tired of working here as a regular employee with no actual managerial position. He thrives off of control and ownership, so he should be wanting more soon.
I see. So he's using the company name to bring up some level of status and respect to himself, huh? Such a dirty and lame way of doing things.
Yes, sir. He does seem to want to get promoted more so than anyone else, and he's got more pride than you can imagine. If anything, I think he's probably annoyed with the company and how much they haven't already promoted him to the position he deserves. He's been going around to a lot of nightclubs, handing out his business card and bragging to a bunch of girls as well, so I really think he's just doing this for as long as it works out in his favor.
Nightclubs?
Yes, sir. He goes out every night to go bar hopping and spends the night in a nightclub before going home or coming to work. Apparently there's a girl that works at a certain nightclub called Rachel that he has really taken a liking to. I spoke to one of his subordinates about his little habit that he likes to brag about. He claims that Scott more than likely has been spending over $150,000 on her with ease. Lord knows he likes to brag about how much money he has.
I see. So there's plenty of motive there for him to want to embezzle company money to use for her.
I mean, I can't say for sure that that's the case, but I think that he's definitely suspect number one on the short list of names that might have stolen from the company.
Alright, I'll go ahead and keep digging then. Thank you for all your hard work, Gary. You're really helping me out.
Yes, sir, thank you. We're definitely counting on you, but I'm really not sure if you needed to go into the field to find out for yourself, sir. You could have asked one of us to go for you.
He doesn't know what I look like. He really believes that I'm just a new employee that recently joined the company. I want to keep this up because it's very easy for me to play the role to fool him. Apparently, he doesn't seem to like me at all, but I think that if I keep this thing going, he'll screw up and show or tell us something that he really should keep to himself. I think that I'm the perfect person to be trying to extract information from him.
Okay, sir. However, I'm not sure how to put this, but I feel like maybe you're a little too straight-edge to be conducting a corporate espionage. Maybe we need someone who's more willing to lie?
What do you mean, straight-edged?
Oh, nothing, sir. Please ignore my rambling. Anyway, I'll be glad to continue supporting you while you work on your mission. Thank you for your hard work and effort, and I look forward to hearing back from you, sir.
What the hell was all that about, Scott? What are you doing?
What? What do you mean, what am I doing? I threw beer on you as a form of celebration, of course. What, can't you take a little joke, John? Haven't you watched the baseball games and whatnot? Every time they have a win, the players will all throw champagne on each other. Same thing. I mean, I know I said something else earlier, but I decided that I would be the bigger man of the two of us and, you know, cheer for your arrival to this company. You must have been having a blast. Come on, be honest with me, John. You were so excited and happy to have me cheering for you, right? You don't have to hide it from me, I understand.
Are you not embarrassed at all for acting like a child in front of all the other employees? I mean, seriously, you're behaving like some kind of elementary schooler who doesn't like someone, so you bully them.
What? You want to talk trash to me? You should be the one that's embarrassed, John. You're the one that joined this company instead of going to college to get an actual education. Look, the point of the matter is that I cheered you on while you were just some uneducated loser with no qualifications at all. I think if anything, the other employees must have really grown to respect me considering I had the kindness to celebrate your arrival.
Yeah, I don't think so. If we were both looking at the same thing, it definitely looked more like everyone was pretty uncomfortable from what you did.
You can say whatever you want to. It doesn't matter to me anyway. I don't care what everyone thinks about me. I'm just gonna be leaving this crappy company anyway.
Huh? You're already gonna quit this company? You haven't been here that long, have you?
Oh yeah, I don't like this company anyway. It's not enough. I need to go to a company that's actually more suited for me. I'm sure the upper corporate executives will try and stop me, but you know, I gotta do what I gotta do. It's my life, so you know, I'm gonna live my life the way I want to without having people tell me what to do.
Ah, I see. So you're trying to run away before you get caught red-handed for everything you've done, is that what it is?
What? What are you talking about?
Oh, nothing. Sorry, just talking to myself about something.
Honestly, dude, I really think it's in your best interest for you to just quit your job too. You shouldn't stick around too long. I don't think you'll be able to keep up with all the work that's being done around here, considering how inexperienced and uneducated you are here.
Yeah, this company where we employ people who are childish and immature, willing to pour beer on newly hired employees? I don't know about that, buddy. I don't think that a company who has you in their employ is necessarily a very high-class corporation.
What? Immature and childish? I don't want to hear you telling me about that. Did you really think that I would have welcomed you on board when I'm such a high-class, top-of-the-level elite college grad, and you're just a low high school graduate? I seriously cannot stop laughing when I remember your goofy ass covered in beer and being all stinky and smelly.
You know, I'm just gonna tell you. I'm your boss.
Huh? What?
I'm not sure I can hold this back anymore, so I'm just gonna go ahead and explain everything to you, okay? I'm not some random new hire for the company. Maybe that's what everyone has been led to believe, but I've actually been contracted to become the next vice president for the company a few years ago. Unfortunately, the previous vice president couldn't finish off his business before my contract started, so my residency has been off-put slightly.
What? You're telling me that you're the vice president? You? I mean, I did hear about the potential new vice president coming into the company. That part I know is true. You must be delusional if you think a high school grad like you is gonna be the next vice president for a company of this scale. Besides, you were literally introduced to everyone in the company as a new hire. They would never introduce you as a new hire if you were gonna be the next vice president, you freaking idiot.
You know, I'm just gonna be frank with you. That whole thing was just a lie.
What do you mean it was a lie? What about the new company welcoming party, yeah? Was that just a lie too? You really need to cut back on all the drinking and paint fume huffing, buddy. You're seriously losing it. Imagine some 20-something-year-old high school graduate becoming the next vice president, huh? You're just nuts.
Oh yeah, that was also a lie, you know? I actually attended a college in the States.
Wait, what?
I said I actually attended college in the States and skipped a couple years. After I graduated early, I started working in America where I worked for a little while. And the company that I was working at actually signed a contract with the company that you're working for right now. I know, what a small world, right? So that was just my foot in the door. And then after that, I was scouted as a vice president by this company. I was really interested in the company to begin with, so I had no qualms working here.
Yeah, whatever. You really should go and get an MRI at the hospital or something. You must have hit your head too hard or something.
If you think I'm lying, why don't you just talk to the section chief?
Yeah? You sure you want to do that, though? I'm seriously going to ask him what's going on. You really don't want to just accept that you're lying? Alright, give me a second, you idiot. I'm gonna go look for him. So, after checking in with him, it sounds like you really are the vice president of this company, huh? I believe you. Damn it, this is totally not fair! You really tricked my ass, didn't you?
You know, for someone who just figured out they're talking to the actual vice president of the company, You don't seem to have changed your attitude at all.
I'm gonna quit this company anyway. You remember what I was saying? I guess you're still pretty stupid, huh? There's literally no reason for me to actually sit here and pretend like I respect you when I clearly don't.
I thought that you were some top-of-the-class elite worker. Are you sure you're just gonna let things go like that without considering the rippling effect you might have on things down the line? I mean, you're literally talking to the vice president of the top-of-the-line corporation within the nation. You keep it up. You know what might happen to you, huh? You might find it awfully difficult to find a new job at any company in this area of expertise, huh?
Huh? Oh, is that really true, sir? I'm sorry, I wasn't aware.
I mean, I'm not saying that that sort of thing will happen for sure, 100%, but if you really are an invaluable employee working at this company, then you wouldn't just lose your mind right now and start getting mad at me when you're the one who was clearly at fault for the whole interaction.
No, yeah, let me explain. It wasn't exactly like I was getting mad at you, per se.
It's really too late for you. This whole story will be spread far and wide to every corner of every inch of the industry. And you deserve it. You realize that almost every employee that attended that party saw you pour all that beer on me, right? And that's putting it nicely. You actually threw that beer on me from halfway across the room. I don't think there's a single corporation that would be willing to hire you at all. You're just a huge liability. A lawsuit waiting to happen.
But no! Come on, I understand now. I won't quit this company anymore. I promise to do better working for this wonderful company.
I'm sorry, but I don't want trash like you working for my company. I need you to pack your shit and get the hell out ASAP. Are we clear with each other?
What? You're gonna fire me? After all I've done for this company?
Hey man, you were already planning on quitting, right? This just expedites the process and makes you not have to make the decision. I've just made the decision for you. Like I said earlier, you need to pack your things and leave by the end of this business day. Do you understand me? Don't make me say this again.
Wait, hang on, no. Just hang on 1 second. I need to work this job, please don't do this to me. At least let me know what I should do for my next position. I can't just look for another position if you're gonna make me look bad in front of everyone.
If you don't pick and choose, then you should really have no issue finding another job real quick.
Wait, hang on just a second. I don't understand what's going on right now. What the hell? Besides, why would you even pretend to be the new employee? You're literally the vice president. Why are you...
I asked the corporate employees and asked them to let me pretend to be a new hire, just to see how things were going. I wanted to pretend to be a new hire so that I could get close to a certain employee who we suspect is guilty of certain things.
Certain suspicions? Which are...
Yeah, let me elaborate. There's this employee named Scott that is apparently suspected to be embezzling company money.
Wait, what? Embezzlement money? I'm sorry, sir. I'm not following where this is going.
Just tell me the truth, Scott. You've been making fraudulent receipts and submitting them to accounting to take several tens of thousands of dollars from the company, no? I can just call the police right now, but I wanted to give you a chance. They'll take you away in a heartbeat with the amount of evidence I've been able to gather on everything.
I haven't done any of that. I promise, I didn't do that. I would never do such a thing.
I'll tell you what, Scott, how's this then? If you just admit to the embezzling of company money, then I'll take back the whole thing with you getting fired or me spreading the news about your beer incident within the industry. If you consider that, I'm not gonna do any of the things that I said I would. Then this really is a sweet deal for you.
What? Are you being serious right now, or are you just messing with me again?
Yeah, if you just admit the embezzlement of corporate money and submit proof that you definitely did it on your own without my help. If you do that, you won't be fired. You won't have to worry about being out of a job and being unemployed. You should be happy about that. You should be able to go see your dearly beloved Rachel again.
You know about Rachel already? How did you know about her in the nightclubs?
Yeah, of course, just like I said. there's more than enough evidence for you to be found out. It won't take too long for me to find more evidence of your embezzlement. Just think about it, my guy. Just admit that you've done everything wrong. You'll feel much better about everything, okay?
Okay, fine, okay, I did it. I'm so sorry for that, but it was me. I did take out some extra cash from the company by making fake receipts and sending them to the accounting. I had so many loans that I was just up to my neck in loans and I didn't know what else to do. Rachel said that she wanted to go on a boat trip or something, and then she said that she wanted to get a necklace, and it just never stopped. I just had to keep on buying her things.
You know, you should really be ashamed of yourself and all of the mistakes that you've made, rather than trying to make fun of someone who hasn't had the opportunity to go to a higher teaching institution like you. I'm sorry to break this to you, Scott, but you're definitely fired. You're gonna have to leave this company by the end of the day.
Wait, what?
Did you really think that I could keep someone who's embezzling corporate money around in the company? I would never allow such a thing to happen in my offices. You're finally free now, so I need you to get the hell out of the office. Do you understand me? Please do not make me say this another time.
No, wait, hang on. You just promised me a second ago that you wouldn't do that, though. You wouldn't do such a thing to break a promise, would you? That's not okay! You said that if I were to tell you the truth about everything, then you would forgive me, man!
I'm sorry, I know what I said and that I'm breaking my promise, but this was the only way that I could get you to talk. I really cannot handle your attitude at all. I tried to be patient, but I just didn't have enough patience. I didn't have any kind of actual evidence that you did it, but alas, I let myself get found out as the vice president of the company.
What? Why would someone who isn't that clever like that actually be a part of an undercover operation like this?
You know, with regards to that, I actually kind of agree with you. I was just having a little fun to spice up my daily life is all. Sorry about that.
Wait, but that's not okay! You can't just pull this kind of stunt on me! I'm sure that this wouldn't work in the court of law, right? Lying and deceiving someone to do this, to try and make someone confess like that, it just wouldn't be something that you should do! It's not okay!
I didn't want to do this either, but you really didn't leave me any choice. You covered your tracks well, so I had to do what I had to do. I actually hate when people don't do things the right way. So I will do everything that I need to make sure that I make things right.
Damn it! Damn it!
By the way, about the whole beer thing. The suit I was wearing while you decided it would be funny to throw beer at me? It was a specially tailored $5,000 suit. I'm gonna make sure that you're gonna pay me for that as well. Just a heads up. I can't wear that suit anymore because it literally reeks of booze. So make sure you pay me for that. Oh, and one more thing. I'm gonna be suing you for defamation charges. You did throw beer on me in front of all my employees.
Wait, hang on, please. I already have so many loans taken out right now for everything I wanted to pay for. I can't pay for damages in your suit. I just don't have that kind of financial power right now. I'm sure to someone who's the vice president of the company this big, it's just a drop in the pond, right?
So you want me to just let that go for you? Pretend it never happened? I hate letting things go, Scott. I don't like when people do wrong things and get away with it. If you make a mistake, then you need to pay the price and fix everything that's wrong.
But if I leave this department, then this department will fall apart. This department needs me.
Oh, don't worry about that. I already spoke to a lot of the other employees in the department. They all said that you were just a drag and they would be perfectly fine without you. You really were despised among all of your coworkers. Sorry to be the bearer of bad news.
What? But what? That's not possible. How could they dislike me? I thought we all really got along.
I think you need to think to yourself and figure it out. If you just think real hard, you might figure it out. You should be able to think of a few reasons that someone might dislike you. You're a working class adult. After he figured out that there was no one left in the office that would take his side, he decided that it was about time for him to leave the company and left on his own will. In addition to the embezzlement charges, he was also charged with harassment of his employees, inappropriate behavior, and also unnecessary and demeaning acts of assault in a public location. He was forced to pay an ungodly amount of damages. Like he had mentioned, he was already drowning in debt and being sued. He had too many payments to make. To make things wrong, the industry has been made of all of his wrongdoings and terrible rumors. He was barely even able to live a regular life anymore. He was struggling extremely hard. He eventually went to the girl at the nightclub, Rachel, to help him out. But of course, we all know how that ended. She quit the club and disappeared on him, never to be found again. He ran out of places where he could speak his mind, so he had to go home and just be a shut-in for the rest of his days. I, on the other hand, have been working tirelessly as vice president of the company. I use this whole thing as a training lesson for my right-hand man, Gary, to work hard together. Gary and I both are going to be on high alert for any kind of bad working environments and relationships.
Hey, Jane. I've got something to tell you. It looks like Kelly has decided to get married. It looks like she's trying to get him to come over to the house. Maybe she wants to introduce her new fiancé to us.
Hey. Oh, really? Kelly actually wants to go through with it? This must be a blessing in disguise. Wow, she can finally pack her things and move out. Good riddance, I say.
What's that supposed to mean? That she can finally do that? That's true. Tell your true feelings about it, why don't you?
I can't help but do that, to be honest. I'm already so exhausted from Kelly's daily attacks. She's a bit vicious. I'd really appreciate it if she left sooner rather than later. It'll feel like a weight's been taken off my shoulders.
Yeah, she really likes having a go at you, doesn't she? She thinks that because we all live together, that she can do that.
She seems to give me the impression that all high school graduates sit at the bottom of society.
What are you talking about? It doesn't matter about what your educational background is, Jane. I told her that you're a boss and in charge of a lot of people.
You realize that she's not going to believe anything like that, right? I guess she's just making things easier to comprehend. That high school graduates don't accomplish anything and have crappy, low-paying jobs in society. I guess we can't help the way she thinks about things. Her thinking isn't going to change anytime soon.
Well, once she gets married and moves out of the house, she might finally calm down and not hassle you so much.
Yeah, perhaps. Your mother insisted that we both live together, but it doesn't make it right for her to treat me this way in the house. This might be the best time to do that. I'm looking forward to meeting her new fiancé. It's going to be a very interesting conversation.
Right, okay. Talk to her if you can about how you feel. I hope we can give her a proper goodbye so that she'll want to leave and not move back in.
Oh, it's going to be. Don't you worry about that, but there's a lot of things I want to confront Kelly about. Well, it looks like I'm getting married. You know, I kept telling you to leave, but you didn't listen to me. You decided to ignore me instead. I never thought that I'd have to be the one to move out. This is so annoying. I haven't got a clue what you're talking about, but I'm not going to be the one who has to leave. Also, congratulations on your marriage. I hope that you do your best by him, and good luck with everything that comes your way. I hope you'll both be happy. You don't need to tell me to be happy because I already am. I've already got all the luck in the world. You don't have to say such things. I'm not going to be a burden to my husband like you've been. I'm a highly educated woman. We're so different that you're not even on the same level as me. All you're good for is nothing, high school graduate. Oh, is that so? Please, feel free to tell me everything you know since you're so smart. What's your point here, Kelly? What's so fun about looking down on someone like me? Am I your enemy? No, I'm just embarrassed that I had to live under the same roof as you, Jane. Don't you understand how highly educated I am? I'm going to invite my fiancé over to our place. I think it's just going to be gross having to meet you face to face. How else am I supposed to explain our differences, huh? Well, when you introduce me to people, why don't you just say to them that this is the sister-in-law who lives with me? Why do you have to mention my educational background or make me feel so low? Because otherwise, people wouldn't understand what I'm going through by living with some lowlife. Don't you get that? My fiancé is the son of a company boss, for goodness sake. What the heck happened to you? Okay, yeah, I've heard about this so many times from you, Kelly. What's that got to do with me exactly? Okay. You saying that is the reason why high school graduates like you are the bottom of society. You know nothing. I'm inviting him over to our house so that he can meet everyone. Since you're such a lowlife, I might as well introduce you as our house servant. What the heck did you just say to me? Did you just call me your house servant? Are you kidding me, Kelly? What else am I supposed to call you? There's no other use for you in this house, so you might as well be a servant, right? The only things you're good at doing is preparing meals and doing the housework. You're more or less a servant. Now just hold on a minute there, Kelly. Have you always thought of me as your slave since I moved in with Joel and the family? I don't understand. Am I wrong about you being our servant? You're just Jane, the good-for-nothing house servant. That's a terrible thing to say to someone who belongs in this family. Why the heck would you call me a servant when I'm not? Well, you do nothing to contribute to the household, Jane. I need to tell my fiancé that it's okay to use you as a servant. Otherwise, people might assume that our family's ranked at the bottom of society if they knew you were a part of the household. Nobody would ever think that. You're just a terrible person for calling me that. I am not a servant, nor will I ever be one to you. Aw, but why? I didn't say anything wrong, did I? Stop denying what you should be doing for our family. I'm just trying to say that you can't call me that. You're so cruel and never think before you speak. Look, I don't care what you think of me, Jane. My fiancé's coming over the day after tomorrow. Please leave before he arrives at the doorstep. I'm not leaving. I'm allowed to be here. I've got the day after tomorrow off, so I think I'll stay at home. I'll just take this opportunity to greet your fiancé. Didn't you say that he's the son of a company president? I don't know what company he works for, but I might be involved with it in the future. What the heck are you talking about, Jane? Why would a high school graduate get involved with a business that my fiancé will own someday? You're not seriously trying to become some hotshot company boss, are you? That is a dream you'll never achieve. It's not a dream of mine, Kelly. I actually am a company boss. You obviously don't know me very well. It's nothing special since almost everyone can become a boss of a company. Personally, I wouldn't want to work for a company where the boss is only a female high school graduate. Well, I wouldn't want to work for someone like you anyway, Kelly. You don't really give me good team player vibes. Wait, what? What's that supposed to mean? You don't even own a company, so you can't say something like that. I don't know how much plainer I can be about the topic, but I suppose I was being rude, wasn't I? Oh well. But it seems like we're trying to say the same sort of thing, so there's no problem. Anyways, I'm looking forward to meeting your fiancé the day after tomorrow. It should be a good time. I made sure to tell my fiancé about the proper role you have in this household. What did you tell him about me? What are you even talking about, Kelly? Are you making things up again? No, of course not. I told him to feel free to use my sister-in-law as a servant since all she's accomplished in life was high school and that's it. If you really don't want to leave the house, then I should be able to call you my servant. You're good for nothing else. I can't help that. Please work hard today as our slave so that we can impress my fiancé when he gets here. Did you seriously just call me a slave? Don't you know what kind of connotations that brings out nowadays, Kelly? Do you have no shame? I can't believe you're not thinking about what you're saying to me. You can't just call me that. Why would I have any shame? Come on, Jane. All you are is a good-for-nothing high school graduate. I can call you whatever I like. My sister-in-law has accomplished nothing, and you're also a bad wife. You're nothing but a slave to our family. If you understand what I'm telling you, you'd calm down and work for my family as a servant. Ugh, you are literally being such a pain, Kelly. It seems like there's no point in saying anything to you anymore. I'll probably end up regretting not saying anything, but that's not my fault, but in a roundabout way it is. It's not fair. Oh, boo-hoo, Jane. My fiancé, who's the future boss of his company, is coming over to the house now. I'm going to introduce you as a low-ranking house servant instead of my sister-in-law. Just a no-good high school graduate. Wow. Okay, don't hold back, Kelly. I'm still looking forward to meeting the guy. At least he'll see what you're like. Don't even think about being rude in front of him. Good luck today, slave. You're going to need it with the mess we're going to make of the house. You know what I'm really looking forward to, Kelly? How long you can keep up this attitude that you've got. Just hang on a minute. What's going on here? You need to give me an explanation right now. What is the meaning of this? Wow, it was so funny when your fiancé started shaking when he saw me. It was like he was nervous or something. It seems like it's been a while since I had seen someone get all panicky in front of me. I feel bad for the guy, but it meant that I was able to see something very interesting. What's interesting? What are you talking about, Jane? Are you making fun of him? Do you have any idea how much you've embarrassed me today? I seriously can't believe this. I guess it must have been my fault that everyone got so embarrassed. I just so happened to work at the same place as your fiancé. I just so happened to be the president and also was once a good customer of them as well. There is absolutely no way that that could be true. You definitely would never make it as a boss of a company. Well, you should be able to tell from the attitude that your fiancé had that it's true, right? He got so mad about how you were treating me that he made you kneel down on the ground and apologize at my feet. And even after that, you still don't think it's true? What's wrong with you, Kelly? I can't believe what happened. I can't believe that someone would make me kneel on the floor and make me apologize. Well, so you should have, since you said something that made me fall to the floor in anger. You called me a slave and even told your fiancé about it. But why should I be the one to have to get on my knees? I hardly did anything wrong. What did I ever truly do to you? I was just speaking the truth. There's no way that I'm going to help you out with this one if you don't even know what you've done wrong. Well, you didn't have any right to tell him not to marry me. How could you say that? When you told him that, he immediately wanted to call off the engagement. I'm absolutely devastated. How could you do this to someone? How could I do what to someone? Speak the truth about how you've treated me? I was just thinking out loud, to be honest. You're so insensitive. How could you do this to me? What a terrible thing to say to someone's fiancé. What's your problem with me? Why do you always cause me so much trouble? You don't need to say those things. It wasn't necessary. You're just telling lies, aren't you, to make yourself look good? I'm being insensitive? Really? Even though you called me a slave? What are you even talking about, Kelly? What lies are you even referring to? It's impossible for a high school graduate to get a top position in a company, so we're obviously talking about someone else, right? I know that you're criticizing my marriage. Why do you have to do that? I'm sorry you think I'm doing that to you, Kelly. I'm not talking about anyone else but myself here. I'm the one who's the boss of a company, so I don't get why it's so hard for you to believe that. Are you still going on about this? This conversation's going round and round in circles. Or did you actually know I was the boss and you just didn't want that to be true because you'd look like such a terrible person for bullying someone, right? Yes, I did know about it, but I thought that you were more of a self-proclaimed president to make yourself look more important. I can't believe you actually run a company, even though you're only a high school graduate. It makes no sense. Just because I didn't go to college, it doesn't mean that I can't do anything with my life. You criticize people so much based on their education. It's annoying. Even high school graduates can succeed if they take things seriously and give their chance a good shot like I did. You only seem to care about someone's academic history, and you're so picky when it comes to jobs. You only end up looking like a half-hearted part-time worker. Why do you always have a go at me for my educational background? How dare you talk to me like that? What are you getting at? You can treat me like this? What do you mean by me being half-hearted? Even though you register for a position and get dispatched to that position you applied for, you get picky and don't like the way things are done. If you turn around and say it's not a good fit for you, you just quit right away. What a waste of time for the company in hiring you. You frequently quit jobs and blame that it doesn't suit you, but it's because you're lazy and don't want to work. All you want to do is live off of someone else for the rest of your life so you don't have to do hard work. That's not true at all. You know nothing about me. Stop making up crap about me. You can't say much either. I work a lot harder than you do, Kelly. Then why don't you explain to me what it is that you do? All I'm trying to do is find a job that's right for me. I just want to find a job that matches my abilities. Okay, sure. I guess I should believe you, but I think that's crap, Kelly. Hey, if there's something that I'm interested in and I like it, I'll stick with it, and I'll do so for a very long time. My guess is that you'll never find anything you like, and you'll just use others to get what you want. It's because I'm just too good for all the jobs that I've tried to do, okay? I've got world-class abilities. Isn't it more to do with just having too high of a standard and thinking you're better than you actually are? Not a question of your abilities. What are you even on about, Jane? That makes no sense. What's so wrong with having a high standard anyways? It's not good having such high expectations, Kelly. It makes you look like you're too good for everyone and that you're snubbing them. You don't have any world-class abilities. You're just picky and lazy. This is what happens when you think your ideals are the most important. When are you going to realize that you've got no special abilities and actually just find a job and stick to it? Rude much? It's not entirely impossible. I just haven't found my exact ability yet, okay? Don't you know that I graduated from a super prestigious university? Doesn't that make me special? And your point is what exactly? I don't think your university actually matters to probably most people. Excuse me? What's that supposed to mean? Going to that university makes me special and elite, no? Okay, yeah, you worked hard to get into a famous university. I'm not going to take that away from you. But does going to a university that's famous really determine if you're going to succeed in life, or be an elite or wealthy? I heard that you quit the company that you joined only a month after graduating from university. Since then, you've been jumping from job to job a lot. How does that make you elite? Don't you want to move up the career ladder? You've got to stay at a job for a long time to do that. All you've done recently is quit your previous job to be a so-called home security guard. What is that anyway? You turn around and say that you can't help with the housework even though you're at home. You don't even do anything like that, which is just lazy, to be honest with you. How dare you try to make fun of me? At least I try. All you are is a high school graduate. You never went to college like I did. How does that not make me a successful person, huh? I got the best education in the country, if not the world. Oh, don't talk crap, Kelly. Just because you got into a good school, it doesn't mean you're automatically going to be successful. I might have only graduated high school, but annual income's a lot higher than yours. I do wonder how many times more it is. Your income at the moment is, well, 0, so I can't really calculate it as such. There's absolutely no comparison. I'm still in the early stages of my life. I've got time to find a really good job. I'm still young, unlike you, you old hag. If I get married, I'll get rich that way because I'll marry a man who makes lots of money. So someone's educational background doesn't matter anymore as long as they make a lot of money? Shut up, Jane. There's no need to be a smart aleck to me. That's what I plan to do, so I'll do it. Aw, did that hurt your poor little heart? You're literally a walking contradiction, Kelly. You looked down on me because of my academic history. What makes you think you won't do the same when it comes to looking for a husband? If you think you'll end up getting married, I see no problem with that. Someone's academic history just won't matter anymore, even if it's to find your ideal husband. Okay, I get it. You dare call me a slave, even though I work hard at my company and you do nothing all day. What a load of trash. I guess it causes you so much pain to see how unsuccessful you are compared to me. Oh, you think you're causing me pain? I can throw it right back at you. What are you going to do for me? What am I supposed to do if my marriage doesn't work out? You need to take responsibility for ruining my relationship with my fiancé. Will you even do that? Me? Take responsibility? Are you kidding me? I just spoke the truth while you lied through your teeth. Do I really need to take the blame? Of course you do. You ruined my marriage. I was going to marry that guy and all you had to do was leave the house and you didn't. You're at fault here. Because of what you said to him, our marriage is in doubt. You do realize that, right? Say that it's your fault, Jane. Wow, it really satisfies you to put all the blame on me, doesn't it? Even though I told your fiancé the truth and you told him I'm a slave. Really, Kelly? I'm only responsible for what I said, so you should be too, correct? Are you kidding me with this crap? What are you trying to say? You called me, your own sister-in-law, a slave. What a horrible thing to do. And you told him I'm just an outsider. I don't know which one is more embarrassing, do you? It's a really stupid and just an inexcusable thing to say to someone who's married into the family. I thought we would get along when I moved in. Well, there's not much more to say than that. Look, it was wrong of me to call you a slave. It's not like I had any bad intentions. It was just a joke, you know? I don't get why you're so angry about this when all I was doing was teasing you. I know it's not the actual truth. I just wanted to have a little bit of fun since it gets so boring around here sometimes. I'm not angry about it, just really disappointed that someone would stoop so low to say something like this to another person. There are honestly too many idiots like you in the world that show no remorse and just say whatever they want and forget the other person's feelings. You even told me to leave the house, my own house that I live in with my husband. Why should I have to go? This house is also in my name. My mother-in-law asked me to live with you all, and she let me live here out of compassion. If you want me to leave, then you can tell me that after you've got your own house. You'll know soon enough what it feels like to be kicked out of your own home, okay? Whoa, just back up a minute. I don't believe that this house is in your name. Why is it in your name? You really underestimated me. I'm a boss of a company, Kelly. Didn't you know that I'm capable of making decisions like this? You know what? I don't care what you say to me now. Your words don't really hurt me anymore. Please leave the house immediately. You're not welcome here. Wait, what? Are you for real? Why can't I stay here? Are you seriously kicking me out right now? Are you insane? Are you trying to kick me out onto the streets? Well, why shouldn't I, considering the way you've been treating me? You deserve it, to be honest. Don't you know that my marriage is ruined because of you? I've got nowhere to go now. I was going to marry a successor of a company, for goodness sake. You called me a slave, Kelly. You said I was a lowlife who never accomplished anything. I've accomplished more than you, and I didn't even go to college. You were the one who was making up lies and saying things that didn't make sense. You've been the problem this entire time. No matter what way you look at it, it's not my fault at all. I'm the victim in all of this. I can do what I want in this situation, and I am telling you to leave this house. But I was going to get married, and now everything's ruined. Where do I go when you kick me out? I don't know. That's a problem you need to solve on your own. Perhaps find a job that earns you money? You're an awful person, and I never want to have anything to do with you ever again. You've always been a cruel sister-in-law. You can't just say those sorts of things about me. Please, just wait a minute, Jane. What did my brother say about this? He said that he's very disappointed in your behavior towards me. He finds it disgusting. I don't understand. Why would he say something like that to his little sister? He's always said nice things about me. Well, he's no longer wearing his rose-tinted glasses anymore. He sees you for what you truly are, which is rude and cruel. Don't you remember calling me a slave or something? Do you have short-term memory loss, Kelly? No one in this house wants you here. You're officially cut off. Don't even think that you can come back into the family. You've ruined your chances of doing that. Please, no, you can't kick me out. I'm the baby of the family. Please don't cut me off. I'm sorry for what I said to you. Don't do this. I'll make up for it. It's too late for that, Kelly. You blew it. Anyways, I've got things to do. Goodbye. Good luck finding a job. You'll need one to survive. I hope you've learned your lesson. In the end, Kelly's marriage fell apart and apparently was kicked out of the house not long after that. Kelly went crying to Jane and Joel and her parents, but she was only lectured to, and they ignored her pleas to move back in. They told her that she had gone too far this time. They told her that she couldn't rely on them again and was kicked out of the family home. Kelly left the house and had no choice but to live on the streets. She got herself lost wandering the streets of the city and thought about how dumb she was. It seemed that she finally realized how bad her words were, but even so-called elite people like her don't get their own way all the time. She was disappointed that she couldn't get a decent job or find a house to live in. She's currently working part-time as a live-in worker to make ends meet. It seems like she's not living a life of a successful person. It's the result of her own actions. She got too snobby for her own good.
Regina, are you there? I was wondering if you wouldn't mind helping out with some grocery shopping tomorrow. I imagine that you're free tomorrow, right? So please come over at the usual time to help me. I'm going to be buying some food today, but I also need some toilet bowl cleaner as well as toilet paper. Hello, Diane. I'm sorry to say this, but I can't go out and do your shopping anymore. What are you talking about? You know that my legs aren't doing so well and that I can't go out and shop by myself anymore. If you don't do all my shopping for me at least once a week, then how am I supposed to get the things I need to live? Quit being so selfish and just do what I say. Did you really just call me that? If that's really how you feel, I think that maybe you should go check yourself into a hospital. How many times have I told you? Aside from my legs, I'm perfectly healthy and there's no need for me to go see anyone. Hello, Diane. I'm sorry that I had to disappear in the middle of our conversation. I was getting the bandages around my head replaced and put my phone down to do it. Bandages on your head? What happened? Did you get hurt or something recently? I can certainly see banging your head into something, since you're such a klutz. I actually received this injury from you today, Diane. I told you that I wasn't really feeling well, but you forced me to go to your family reunion. I couldn't even participate in anything. You just made me cook all the food and serve it to everyone. Then, right when I thought it was done, you came up from behind and hit me in the head with a pot. The only reason I hit you was because I caught you sitting and I needed to teach you a lesson. You needed to learn that you don't get to rest until every single one of your guests has gone home. But I had already done so much for you, and all while feeling bad, and besides, they weren't even my guests, they were yours. All I wanted was to get off my feet for a little bit, but I wasn't even sitting 1 minute before you showed up. Then you started saying all these horrible things like just because I send money to you every month doesn't mean I can laze around, and that your daughter works so much harder than I do, and then you smacked me upside the head. Oh, please, don't be such a baby. I barely even hit you that hard. Are you kidding me? There was blood coming out of my head. I don't know why you always treat me like this. Ever since your husband died, I've been waiting on you hand and foot, even sending you money every month to help cover all your expenses. I feel like I do every little thing that you ask of me. I know that your daughter got married and moved away, so it's hard to count on them for much help, and I'm not expecting them to make the trip down for everything you need either. But I just don't get why you had to compare me to your daughter when I was the one there actually helping you. And on top of that, on top of all the help and support I gave you, getting hit in the head is all I get in return. You must really think you're the center of the universe or something, don't you? You married my oldest son, so of course you are always going to be helping me with whatever I need. And you keep going on and on about the money you send, but it's only $2,500 a month. And you're telling me that isn't enough for you? I know damn well that my son works his butt off at his job, and then he makes more than enough for the both of you. And yet you insisted on keeping your job even though you knew it meant that you would be spending less time helping me. You sending me that money was a way to help make up for ignoring your responsibilities towards me, and it barely covers that. I'm sorry, but I think that money is more than enough for you to live off of, Diane. It's enough for me to get by on if I never want to do anything fancy for the rest of my life. Look, I'm about to go to the hospital to get all of this looked at, and I just want you to know that I will be charging you for my medical bills. Excuse me? Is that supposed to be some kind of joke or something? You really need to get off your high horse if you think that this is how you get to treat people for a measly $2,500 a month. I should have hit you harder in the head, then maybe you would have finally come to your senses. You'll never make me pay for your hospital bills. Okay, fine then. If that's really how you want to play it, then I'll just stop sending you money entirely. Why don't you just go ahead and try it? Just remember that to me, that's all you're good for, and if you stop paying me, I will make my son leave you.
Hey, Regina, where are you right now? I just got home and no one else was there. I'm starting to get worried. All the lights were off and everything. Did something happen?
Oh, Ben, I'm really sorry. I've been so busy that I haven't been able to reach out to you all day. I'm actually just about to leave the hospital right now.
Wait, the hospital? What were you doing there? Did you get hurt?
Well, your mom hit me in the head with a cooking pot. And she hit me right in the lip of the pot, so I was bleeding from the wound a little bit and went to go get examined. Thankfully, the doctor said that it wasn't as bad as it could have been, and there's no brain damage or anything.
I'm sorry, back up. Did you say that your mom hit you in the head with a cooking pot? Why were you even with my mom in the first place? I thought you said that you weren't feeling well and that you weren't gonna go to my mom's family party thing. You even told me that she said he was fine if you didn't go.
I know I said that, but then she showed up to our place ringing the doorbell and wouldn't leave until I went with her. She was making such a racket, and I just wanted to get her away before any neighbors noticed.
What is the matter with her? Why would she do something like that? I'm so sorry this happened, Regina. I should have been more strict with my mom about this kind of thing. And I wasn't, and now you got hurt as a result of my not wanting to stand up to my mom.
Thank you so much, Ben. But please don't blame yourself for any of this. I'll let you know once I'm done here, okay?
Yes, please let me know, and tell me if there's anything I can do for you.
Hey Ben, I'm all done, and I think I've been cleared to go home. Would you mind coming to pick me up?
Of course, I'll be right there. And then I think that I'm going to have a long talk with my mom. There is no way I'm going to sit back and do nothing now that something like this has happened.
I really don't think you need to do that, Ben.
What do you mean? You don't want me to talk to my mom about this?
No, it's not that. I just really don't think that your mom is gonna listen to anything we try and say to her. Besides, there's something else.
Something else? What do you mean by that?
I mean that today, while I was at the hospital, I found out that I'm pregnant.
Wait, really? Are you serious?
Yeah, they did a full body physical on me and finally used the sonogram and found out. That's why it took me so long to get checked out. But now I'm so grateful that at least I didn't fall on the floor after your mom hit me. Things could have turned out much, much worse, especially for this baby I have inside of me. But anyways, for the time being, I really just don't want to see your mom at all. I don't know if she's gonna try to hurt me again.
I understand that, but I don't think that we can just cut off my mom like it's nothing. If anything, trying to do so might just aggravate her more.
So you're still not quite ready to stop talking to your mom entirely then, even after this?
I know what you're probably thinking about me. Even I'm wondering if this wouldn't have happened if I did something like that sooner.
No, I understand it's asking a lot of you to stop talking to your mom. But I have another idea if you'd like to listen to it. Hey, Regina, just what the heck is going on here, huh? I thought I told you to go out and do my shopping yesterday. Why isn't it done? Good morning, Diane. I wasn't able to do your shopping yesterday because, as I told you, I was in the hospital. They kept me there late because they wanted to make sure I didn't have any permanent head damage. I knew I didn't hit you hard enough. If I did, you wouldn't still be making excuses about why you don't want to help out your poor mother-in-law. But at this rate, I'm going to starve. Is that what you want? Honestly, I don't think it would really bother me if you did. Excuse me? What did you just say? How dare you say something like that to a poor old woman like me? You're nothing but a rotten, mean person. Listen, Diane, I'm not trying to be rude here, but you do have a daughter of your own. In fact, she was there at your little family get-together yesterday. So much of your family was. And yet, I was the one who did all of the cooking and serving. Why didn't you ask anyone else for help? Because they were all my guests and I was hosting them, of course. I understand that, but everyone there was family, and I don't get why it would have been so bad to ask for help. Instead, you just put all the work on me and then went to socialize. In fact, not only did I have to cook and serve everyone, but your daughter even gave me her child to look after. And just what's wrong with that, huh? Don't you realize how busy she is raising her kids all the time? The least you could have done for her was take her kids off her hands for a while and give her a break. I can't believe that all you ever do is complain. Do you enjoy being the way you are?
Regina, are you there? I just want to let you know that I went to the town hall and picked up those documents. It was a bit of a hassle, but I think we got all the paperwork we need. How are you feeling, by the way? You're not straining yourself at all, right? I'll take care of everything at home, so don't worry about that.
Hey there, Ben. Yes, I feel a lot better and more relaxed now. I think all I needed was a few hours to lie around in bed.
So you really don't think you have to go back to the hospital for anything?
I think it's for the best that I don't go. If your mom ever found out that I was there, I wouldn't have anywhere to run. Although I did lie to her about still being in the hospital.
That's probably a good idea. If she knew where you really were, she would probably come over and try to talk to you face to face.
Ben, I just want to check with you one last time. Are you sure about going along with my plan? You know that after this, you're probably never going to speak to your mom again.
I know, but if it's what I have to do to protect you and our child, then I'll do it. I wasn't able to protect you from my mom yesterday, but I won't make that same mistake again. By the way, you remember my dad, don't you?
Yeah, I remember that him and your mom split up and then your mom got remarried, right?
That's right, although it wasn't like they divorced because they disliked each other or anything. My mom actually cheated on my dad.
Wait, what? I had no idea about that.
I know, I should have said something earlier, but I was just so embarrassed about it. I'm sorry that I wasn't more upfront about any of that with you.
Ben, you don't have anything to apologize for. I never really ask about your mom anyways, and you don't need to tell me all your family's secrets anyways.
Thank you so much for understanding, Regina. But anyway, after the divorce, my mom fought really hard to keep custody of us, and that's why we didn't end up going with our dad. But I never got along with my mom's new husband, and only tolerated him because my mom liked him so much. But he was a really strict man who wasn't afraid to punish my sister and I harshly if we acted up. Finally, I just gave up and decided to just accept whatever came my way because it was easier than fighting.
You've been through so much, Ben. I just hope you don't blame yourself for any of it.
I'm not sure, but at least I know that with you, I really feel like I can be myself. And the reason I say all of this is so that you know why it's so difficult for me to leave my mom. You see, not longer before you and I got married, my mom's second husband died. I remember that she was just crushed at the funeral. I'd never seen her so distraught and finally despondent. I couldn't bear the thought of turning my back on her. Even when she asked us to start sending her money every month, I felt that it was okay since she worked so hard to raise us.
Well, you were putting in most of the money that we were
sending to her.
But of course I would. I'm her son and she came to me to ask for it. But I can't forgive her this time after what she did for you. So I'm gonna do what it takes and protect you and our child from her from here on out. In fact, I think I knew that I would come to this decision the moment you said you were pregnant. I would do anything for you both. Thank you for showing me that, Regina.
Hey, Regina, how come you haven't sent me any money this month? I thought I told you that if you stopped paying me, that would be the end of your marriage to my son.
I'm afraid that threat isn't going to work on me, Diane. Ben and I are already divorced.
Wait, what? What do you mean by that?
Are you really so surprised about that? You said that if I stopped sending you money that you would force Ben and I to get a divorce. Well, I decided that I didn't feel like paying you anymore, so I saved you the trouble and divorced Ben myself.
You really are an idiot, you know. I must have done more damage to your head than I realized. But now that you've left Ben, you do realize that no one will ever want to marry you ever again, right? I mean, who would want a woman who couldn't even hold her first husband down? You're going to spend the rest of your life lonely and miserable. But I'll be kind and spare you that fate just this once. I'll let you marry my son again if you start sending me the money. Except this time, I want $3,000 every month. Now go ahead and thank me and tell me how grateful you are for this chance.
Diane, I think there's some kind of mistake here, because I've already gotten married.
Wait, what? You divorced my son and have already found someone else? Does that mean you were cheating on Ben this whole time?
Cheating? No, I would never do that. I'm not you, after all. I got remarried to Ben.
What's going on here? Is this some kind of stupid game you're trying to play? So then you two never really got divorced and nothing really changed at all?
No, you still don't get it. We got married, and this time Ben took my last name.
Okay, well now I know that you must be joking. Why would my son want to throw away his family name for yours?
Well, that would be because Ben never wants to speak with you ever again.
That's a lie too. My Ben would never say something like that. Benjamin, you have got some explaining to do, young man. What is this business I hear about you taking your wife's last name? Please tell me that you didn't really.
No, it's no mistake at all. You've already done all the paperwork, so it's official. I have Regina's last name now.
Oh, you little ingrate. Well, go and reverse it right now. Or do all the years I spent raising you just mean nothing?
I know that you worked hard to raise me, Mom, and I'm thankful for all that you've done. But at the end of the day, you were my mom and that was your job. I don't think I'm obligated to do anything back for you. Besides, you were the one who went and cheated with Dad and got remarried to that horrible man. Not only that, but you two quickly started treating my sister like she was your only child, and I felt like I had no place at home.
Are you really speaking ill of the dead right now? When did you get so disrespectful?
Mom, I know how upset you were when he died, and I really was trying to pity you after he was gone. But I've reached my limits, and now I have to do what I can to protect my family.
Your family? Did you get hit in the head too? I am your family, Ben. You can't just take your wife's name and pretend like we don't exist. Besides, you don't even have any kids. How can you choose your wife over the rest of your whole real family? What did she do to turn you against us?
Enough, Mom! I seriously have had it with you. Regina is pregnant with our child, and as her husband and the father, it's my job to be there for them. And it's clear that keeping you in their life would only be a danger to both Regina and our child. I'm making the choice to protect my family from you. I never wanted it to come to this, but I never want to see you ever again.
Wait, Ben, you can't do this to me. Regina, what did you do to my son? He's blocked my number and he says he never wants to see me again. You knock some sense into this man right this second.
Diane, you really need to face reality. If Ben says he never wants to talk to you again, then I'm not going to breach that wish.
Oh, just shut up, you brat. You turned him against me and you're going to try and talk down to me? How dare you do this to me? But you still haven't beaten me, you know. I still have another child who I can go to for money.
And you really think that your daughter is going to try to do that for you? You're welcome to try, but I don't think it's going to go the way you think.
And just why is that, huh?
Well, because I've already heard that you've been spending all your money on gigolos and hiring handsome men to go out with you. In fact, I've heard you sunk so much money into doing that you're quite a bit in debt now.
Wait a second, how did you hear about all of that?
Oh, don't you worry about that. But judging from your reaction, I take it that all of that is true. So, do you really think your daughter is going to help you out of this mess you made for yourself? I can't see it happening.
After all, she already has 3 kids of her own. I seriously doubt she would be able to afford to send you the kind of money that you'd be hoping for. But Ben and I aren't giving you anything anymore either. You'll just have to learn how to make do with your savings and retirement money. Wait, so then Ben knows about all of this too? That's right. He knows about your bad habit and the debt it's gotten you in. Well, if you both know how much money I owe, then you have to help me. I won't be able to live if you don't keep sending me money. I'm afraid that you and I have nothing to do with each other anymore. You'll have to figure this out for yourself. This isn't a game. This is my life that we're talking about here. How could you do this to me? These are going to be the last messages you ever get from me, Diane. I've already reported what you did to me to the police, and you're going to be arrested for assault and fraud. Fraud? Are you kidding me? That isn't fair. You're just accusing me of false crime now. But you are guilty of fraud. This whole time you've led me to think that you could barely get yourself around, and that's why you needed so much help. But you had your knees replaced a couple years ago, and you've had no health problems since then. You've just been using me this entire time. But my legs were bad once. Doesn't that count? It doesn't. And especially not after how much of my own money you had me spending on you under this false pretense. Anyways, enjoy jail. After that, Diane was arrested and Ben agreed to never speak to her ever again. I suppose it's only natural that a woman who cheated on her husband would turn to paying men to shower her with attention. But I later heard from Ben that even his sister cut their mom off, and that Diane was truly left with no one she could turn to for help. I hear she had to take a couple of part-time jobs just to keep up with the interest payments on her debt. Meanwhile, Ben and I have been enjoying the quiet married life and are eagerly expecting the birth of our first child.
Vanessa, I heard about this from Mom. Are you really going to be getting married? That has to be a lie, right? There's no reason you should be able to get married to anyone right now.
I'm not sure why you think I couldn't get married to anyone at this time, but I am getting married. And I am planning on sending invitations to all the family here soon. So if you don't mind coming to the wedding, I'd love to see you there.
Huh? So you really are getting married then, aren't you? Stop screwing around.
What about this means that I'm screwing around?
You know that I'm your older sister, right? Older sister. So why do you, the younger sister, get to be married before I do? Normally, people would let their older siblings get married first before making their move.
What do you mean by that? I didn't think there was any normalcy to when siblings should be getting married. I just assumed it was based on timing, and that's it. I don't mean to get married before you as an insult or anything. I just happened to find a man that I wanted to live the rest of my life with and marry soon.
Do you really think it's okay for you to be happy with your soulmate before I am?
Huh? I don't get what you keep going on about. I didn't think there was anything wrong with me being happy with the man of my dreams. And I never related me being in this position before you, Emily. I'm not even married yet, and I'm still just as happy as I'll be after the marriage. So explain to me what you mean by me being happy before you with my soulmate.
You stop thinking about marrying that man right now. No, you're not marrying that man. Not until I have a man of my own that I'm married to first.
Emmy, would you quit acting like a child right now? Are you acting this way because you're jealous of me getting married? If you are thinking that, it's a total waste of your energy, so just don't worry about me. I think you're better off using all that energy finding a way to make yourself happy. Whether that's with another man or on your own.
Jealous? Why would I be jealous of your marriage? I am just disgusted by the fact that you're not playing by the rules.
What rules are you even talking about, though?
It's always been that the oldest sister is the first one to get married and leave the family. That's what I'm talking about.
That is not any kind of story or rule that I've ever heard of. What century ago was that rule ever a thing? Seems to me like something from way back, so you should just cool it and let me do what I want to do. And if that means you not coming to my wedding, then that's fine with me and you can stay away. I don't want any bad feelings between us, so just stop trying with me. See ya. It looks like Emmy's pretty upset with me right now.
Sure seems that way, doesn't it? But I had to tell her eventually that you'd be getting married. So there really was no way of us avoiding this.
Why is she so upset with me, though? Wasn't she supposed to be getting married herself?
She probably hasn't told you anything about it, but her and her fiancé broke up.
What?
The man she was with wanted to borrow her money. And so he did. Borrow a lot and ran off. Which left Emmy in a rough spot to the point she left her job. And so for a whole year now, she's been living back at home with us here.
So that's probably the reason she's having such a tantrum over me. I can understand her a bit more now. But although it's really sad that something like that had to happen to her, there's no reason for her to be taking out her feelings on me. I didn't do anything to her.
Right.
So at the moment, she's back at her home doing nothing at all with herself.
She's trying to find someone that she can get married to. But as for any sort of job, there is none.
I see. But I think it's not healthy for her to be getting all worked up over my marriage. I'm a bit worried now that she might do something outrageous at my wedding if she's in a mood.
I would really like for her to toughen up a bit and get back on both her feet. Now she's going to be living in our house forever if she doesn't do something with herself. I've even told her how I feel about that.
Well, let's just hope that she doesn't plan to do anything before or at my wedding.
I'd sure love to think that she'd stop taking out her frustrations on you. But who knows what she'll do?
I already told her that it's okay if she doesn't come to the wedding, so I'm sure she'll take me up on that and stay away. I'll try not to make her more upset than she already is.
Sucks to see that the wonderful wedding dress you planned to wear is totally ruined now. And just before the beginning of your wedding. Huh. I guess you'll have to cancel the wedding today, right?
What are you talking about? What wedding dress are you talking about? What is that picture that you just sent me of?
That would be your wedding dress. I made it completely black by pouring ink all over it.
That's my dress?
I'm sure it's hard to tell now that it's messed up. But you have no hopes of having a wedding now in that kind of dress, right? I'm going to make sure that I'm the one becoming happy before you can.
So, you did all that with the hopes of having my wedding canceled?
That's exactly right. I'm glad all has gone to plan for me so far.
And you thought that you were at the location of my wedding?
Huh? What did you say? The location of your wedding today was written on the invitation you sent. So I made sure to show up early and ruin that dress before anyone came into the dressing room. I wanted to keep it as a surprise for you to see soon, but couldn't keep myself from telling you about it. Now you can see that it's completely unacceptable for you to get married before your older sister. After having your wedding dress turned completely black, your wedding is over.
The wedding I'm having today is at a church, though.
Huh?
I see that you're excited to hear that my wedding is canceled, but my wedding is being held at a church, and my dress is nothing like that one in the picture. I didn't even rent a dress for the wedding because Mom will be letting me wear hers.
What are you going on about? You're lying, right?
Why would you think that I'd be lying to you? I think the dress you've just ruined is some stranger's. Ruining someone you don't even know's dress? Do you understand what might happen to you now?
What are you talking about, Vanessa? This has to be your dress. I made sure that this place was the exact place you had on your invitation.
Maybe you thought that you read the address right, but I'm not holding my wedding outside today. I will have mine in a church, and I don't plan to have a dress that big on for the wedding. The wedding will only be inside this church, although I'm aware that some weddings might take place in the courtyard outside of here.
Wait a second. I have no idea what you're trying to tell me right now.
Well, just know that that dress you've ruined is not the one I'm going to wear today. And so with that, whatever happens to you now has nothing to do with me. I have a wedding to prepare for now, so you can figure out what to do on your own now. Also, after seeing how screwed up you are by doing all of that out of jealousy, I'd like you to never come around me again. So go ahead and handle all of that on your own. And never talk to me again.
You hold on, Vanessa. Why are you going off on me like this right now? I did all of that to your dress, so you should be freaking out right now. I never heard anything about you having your wedding in a church or that you'd wear Mom's dress.
I never did mention any of that to you, and I'm very lucky now that I hadn't after seeing what mess you got yourself into. I'm going to completely cut ties with you now. So never come around me or talk to me again. I can't even believe you'd try something like that with your own little sister because of your jealousy.
So, this is seriously someone else's dress. I really thought that it'd be yours.
How many times do I have to tell you that's not my dress for you to understand? Do you need me to say it in another language for you?
Stop that! You can't even be upset with me now because this is all on you.
What? Why is it all on me?
If you'd known that it wasn't your dress, then why didn't you tell me sooner? You should have told me that you'd be wearing Mom's dress the last time we talked so that I could have ruined her dress instead. So this is all your fault.
You stop with all that BS right now. You are nothing more than a total prick of a sister right now.
Huh? A prick? What?
I'm not going to let you go off on me telling me that what you've done is my fault somehow. I have nothing to do with your mental disabilities. You've always been that way. Anytime something doesn't go your way, you blame it all on me. You think that you can just keep running away from your responsibilities like you're a 3-year-old? Well, you're in your late 30s now, so stop acting like a child or we'll have to put you in an institution.
But I didn't do anything wrong. It's all of you that have been doing things wrong.
Huh? All of us? So you're telling me it's all our fault that you are jobless and can't find anyone willing to marry a woman with childlike behavioral issues?
I say you all, but primarily it's all your fault.
Oh, come on now. I haven't done anything to cause you to act like a loser. All you think to say is that this is all my fault, but have you ever thought of replacing me with you? I haven't had anything to do with your life. The only thing I've ever done is live my own life. You have been the one to work your own jobs and the one in charge of your own happiness. And the reason that you're in such a crappy place right now is all due to yourself. It's not Mom or Dad's fault. It's not my fault. It's nobody but your own fault. So stop acting like a goddamn child. You are 33 years old now, so get off your butt and make a life of your own, you idiot.
You didn't have to say all of that to me. You're going to make me fall apart again. Why are you saying all of that to me? You have no right to be saying things like that about me. Do you really think it's okay to talk to your older sister like that?
Do you think it's okay to act that way because you're my older sister? Shut the hell up.
It's messed up that you'd talk to me that way, though.
Then let me ask you this. Do you think it's okay to spill ink all over some random person's dress like that? Maybe I'm not the one that's as messed up as you think.
I told you I didn't think it was some stranger's wedding dress. If I'd known that, I would have never spilled ink all over it. I was dang sure that that was going to be your wedding dress today.
Wait. It doesn't even matter whose dress it was in the first place. You are messed up for doing that all the same. If anything, you would have been in even more trouble had it been my dress. I would have made sure that you got sued in court.
Sue me? Your own family?
After showing me the person you really are, you're not family to me. You're not even like a sister to me anymore, so I'd be totally fine making you suffer. The fact that you thought it was funny to ruin someone else's big day, that's something most people would never even think of doing, so you're like a monster at this point. And another thing, the wedding that'll be taking place outside the church today in that courtyard is of a girl whose father is the sheriff of this town.
Huh?
We had seen them a while back when coming here to set up our wedding, and they mentioned that to us. The soon-to-be bride mentioned her father being high up in the police force or something like that. And I think I even spoke to him once.
What the hell? Now that's a joke. There's no way something like that could be true. Stop trying to make me freak out anymore.
Well, you'll find out the truth eventually, I'm sure. I know that you're at someone else's wedding location right now, but if it's of the girl whose dad's a sheriff, then you'll be in for a great time.
Stop trying to mess with me. Even if it is her dress, I've already started running away, so they'll never find me. The moment I fully realized it wasn't your dress, I ran from there. I didn't want to see the end of how badly I screwed up that stranger's day. Just make sure that you don't say anything to them if you see them.
Oh, it does seem like it was the wedding in the courtyard that you happened to mess up.
What? Huh?
So I think I'll let them know what happened. I'll try my best to make the story sound credible. I'll tell them that even though you're my older sister, you had a deep jealousy that you couldn't control and thought you were ruining my wedding. All right, I just let them know all of that for you. And I think her parents are not taking it too well. They said something along the lines of having you not only pay for the wedding dress, but for the whole wedding itself.
Hold on, what? You went and told them just now. I just ran over a mile away now, and you're saying there was no point to it?
Did you really think you could run away from your mistakes this time? Whether it's today or a few days from now, they are going to find you and take you down. The dress she has seems like something with quite a price tag on it as well. And it wasn't just a rental, but a dress that she'd bought herself and had placed at the wedding. You really screwed up this time, Emmy.
Why are you laughing? Nothing about this is funny in any sense. Oh, wait. Well, what should I do now?
I am about to start my wedding, so I can't do anything for you. But I can already see her dad getting into his patrol car, and he called for some backup to start searching for you. And Mom and Dad just told me that you can do whatever you'd like to try and evade them, even mentioning that you should try punching one of the officers. That way you can spend some time in jail and away from us. It's really up to you now how you plan to take responsibility for this.
Wait. I can't be taken into custody by the police. I didn't think something this scary could happen to me. I just wanted you to feel the same pain I've been feeling all my life. Why did this have to happen?
Because you have messed up thoughts like that. Well, it seems like the only one that will be feeling the pain you've always been experiencing will be yourself.
But you and I are sisters, right? Do something about this and help me.
I can't do anything for you. You did all of this to yourself, and you have to answer for it. And you're an adult now, and in your 30s at that, so you can learn today what happens when you try and ruin someone else's day. Just remember that Mom, Dad, and I are all cutting ties with you. So never show your face to us again. Your lack of handling your own emotions has really done it to you this time. Now, have a great one. I hope they don't go easy on you, Emmy. In the end, Vanessa and her husband were able to have a wonderful wedding together with all their friends and family. And Emmy was caught by the police and the sheriff and taken away to somewhere that nobody knew of. After a few days and being given her phone back, she tried time and time again to get Vanessa to help her. But at that point, Vanessa was on her honeymoon and didn't look at her phone. And because of that, Vanessa was left to her own demise. However, after a few months had passed, Vanessa made a surprise visit to her parents' house and made it seem as though she had really grown up into a full adult. She had a job again, working on a factory line, but she didn't say much else to her mom about what she'd been experiencing on her own. I'm sure that whatever it was too troubling to have to tell anyone. But after that little visit with her parents, she left and never came back to them again. And I'm sure that's for the best, as nobody wanted her around anyway.
Joan, even though you are like a stranger in this family, do you plan on coming with us on our family vacation?
What's that? Good evening, Doris. Could you tell me what you're talking about right now?
I'm talking to you about exactly what I've said to you. We're planning on going to a very expensive resort this time as a family for our vacation. And when I say family, I mean myself, my husband, and our 2 kids will be going on vacation to that resort. However, for some reason, I've heard that even though you're a stranger to us, you plan on joining in our fun as well. Why are you saying that like you don't even know who I am? I've been married to Scott for almost 3 years now, right? And if I remember correctly, I've gone on your guys' family vacation with you all every year before this. And as I remember, every single time I had some sort of complaint about you being with us. I was always thinking to myself, why is there a stranger coming along with us on our family vacations? And would even go telling Scott that. And I know that every time you talk to him about that and complain about me, I'd give you the exact same reason. Remember that I've always been the one made the driver in the end that takes you guys out to wherever we plan to go on vacation as well? I feel that a thank you would suffice after all that I've done on those vacations. What are you talking about, a thank you? We've been the ones allowing you to come with us on every trip when it's supposed to be a trip meant only for the family to enjoy. So instead of me being thankful, I believe it should be you thanking every one of us. Well, even if you think that to be the case, Scott has always been the one to invite me on the trips with you all. So if you don't want me coming on the family vacations with you all, then go tell Scott that and see what he thinks. Did I ever say that I don't want you coming on our family vacations? I'm just trying to make it clear to you that joining us when you're nothing more than a stranger is pretty odd to me. That sounds like the same thing to me, Doris. All you've said so far to me have been things about me being a stranger and that I shouldn't join you guys. I am the one being invited on these trips by your son, so please go talk with him about having me join you all or not, please. Your mom is coming after me again about joining you all on your family vacation this year. Have you still not gone and had your driver's license updated so that you can start driving again?
I forgot to tell everyone that I still can't drive yet. But everything will be fine. I'm sure that everyone will be fine with you being the designated driver here. And when we start heading out on that day, I'll let everyone know that I don't have my license back yet.
Oh, for crying out loud, Scott! This is once again you bringing me on a family vacation with you all without me even wanting to go on it in the first place. I have told you every year that I'm fine letting you all go as a family, yet you still don't have an updated driver's license yet, forcing me to be there to drive you all. You can't drive your family, and so you always ask for me to step in. That's the reason I'm forced to be around you all. Yet your mom still comes after me asking why I'm coming over and over again, every single year like she has no clue why. Why don't you go and tell her the real reason why I have to come along with you all as your driver?
Don't worry about it, Joan. I'll tell them soon enough.
Well, when is this soon enough you talk about? I'd like for you to go talk with her right now. Right now, if I have to keep putting up with the way she talks to me, then I'm going to explode myself. You understand that I don't want to go on your guys' family vacation, but I have to, right?
Yeah, I told you I understand that. But could you stop getting so upset about all of this and look forward to the trip? This time we're going to a very expensive ski resort after all.
But if I have to go with the rest of your family, they're going to use me like I'm their maid. And that will not be fun for me whatsoever. Well, whatever. Just make sure to tell your mom about this. Doris? Where have you all gone off to with the car? The signal out here is really bad right now, so I couldn't hear what you said to me over the phone. Can you tell me again what you were trying to say to me over the phone? What is going on right now that includes you all and the car being out of my sight? Well, just a few things have taken place is all. But the main thing is, we've left you there while we run off and enjoy our vacation without you. What? You've left me here? I thought that would be a great spot for you while on our way out to the ski resort.
I've been thinking for the past few weeks that the perfect way to get rid of you would be by leaving you in the mountains as we went on our way. What the heck are you talking about, Doris? Can you stop with these needless jokes? Where have you guys taken and hidden the car? I told you that we went on our way without you. You guys actually took off without me? Are you actually being serious right now that the rest of you took off in that car without me? And now that we've gotten to this point, I just want to say that I only reserved a room for 4 of us at the resort. What? So there's no way the rest of us could bring you along to the resort because there will be no place for you there. Thank you for driving us to the resort for the past 3 hours. But you are a stranger to all of us, so we have to get rid of you before we get to the resort. We only have another 20 minutes or so to the place, so the rest of us can drive that length without your help. Wait, how the heck are you guys driving, though? And did you just say that you didn't reserve a spot for me at that resort on purpose? That right there is one of the worst cases of bullying I've ever seen from someone. Say whatever you'd like, Joan. But I do not have the heart to reserve a spot for you at this high-class resort when I barely even know you. All you are to my family is a driver, and I'm not going to be the one paying for you to stay with us at the resort. I'll be driving the last leg of this trip without you, so you're free to walk back home through the mountains and in the cold. Well, I wish you the best of luck, then. And good luck to you walking out of these mountains in the freezing cold. Can you tell me who it was that drove the car off without me in the first place? Huh? I already told you that I'm the one driving. What? But Doris, you don't have a driver's license, right? And who cares about that? Me not having a license or not to drive out here doesn't matter. Well, the whole reason I had been driving you all out every year is because nobody in your family has a driver's license. Anyway, I hope you make it out of that really scary drive to that place. Just remember that if anything were to happen to you guys in that car, you'll be the one responsible for all of it. I just received a call from the hospital. Is everything okay with you guys? Well, I can tell by receiving a call from the hospital about you guys that things aren't okay, but that's not what I care about. I just want to see what you think now after the accident. Joan? You received a call from the hospital? They had called me as I was the one written down on someone's emergency contact information. But I have no real plans of coming all the way back out there to see you guys. Really, I just wanted to tell you that I will not be coming out there to help you guys. Now, goodbye. Huh? What are you talking about? Tell me right now before you stop talking to me. Did the hospital not give you a rundown of everything that's happened during and after the accident? Oh, they sure did give me the rundown of your guys' situation. You got into a car accident. That sucks. But you were the ones in the accident and not me, so... In other words, that accident and all of you guys have nothing to do with me now. So goodbye. I'll make sure to grab all my things from the house before I leave for good, so don't worry about any of that now. Huh? What do you mean you're grabbing all your things from the house and leaving for good? And wait, why are you at the house right now? Are you not still walking back home from the mountains? I'm definitely not. I've already made it back home. Why are you back home already? That was way faster than I'd hoped for. I could have sworn that we left you in the deepest part of the mountains, somewhere you'd have to spend at least a lot longer walking out of and hopefully freeze on the way out. I was able to get picked up by a nice gentleman who then took me out of the mountains and back home. You hitchhiked? How were you able to do that when there were barely any cars on the road? There are more cars than you think on the roads in that mountain range, considering it is winter now and everyone's going on skiing and snowboarding. So finding someone to give me a ride out of there only took me close to 10 minutes or so. He was able to take me out of the mountains, and then when I told him where I needed to go after that, he said I lived close to where his house is. And only a little bit after I'd walked into the house and started to pack my things, I got the call from the hospital telling me about you all. I really never expected you to be back home in only a few hours like that. It only took about 2 hours to get out of the mountains, and then another 30 minutes because we took the highway instead of the back roads on the way to the house. Well, unlike me, I'm sure things haven't been as smooth for the four of you. You ended up pretty much totaling the car, and all of you were able to first-hand experience a car crash. Sucks to be all of you. Huh? Sucks to be us? What the hell? Why are you talking to me like that right now? Do you have any idea what kind of accident we all ended up in? I don't, actually, nor do I care to know. In my case, I'm totally fine, and that's all that matters. But I have to say, it must be awful for all of you to get into an accident right before you made it to that amazing-looking resort. Driving on that iced-up road on that side of a mountain was horrible. I was barely even able to keep the car on the road because of the amount of sliding. I never thought something this awful was going to happen to us on that last drive up to the resort. Oh, come on. It didn't even have to be winter for everyone to know that you driving after having not driven in years was going to end up in you getting everyone into an accident. Excuse me? For a long time now, and I mean a very long time now, your whole family has been awful at driving. So bad, in fact, that each and every one of you has had their license revoked at some point because you cannot drive. And this time you were originally going to have your husband drive the car the rest of the way, but he had been drinking the whole ride up, and so you had to take the wheel. But man, was that a bad choice, considering the last time you drove, you got into an accident on that same mountain road, which led to you losing your license. You don't even have a lick of sense when it comes to driving, so what the hell did you think you were doing today, leaving me behind? I can't think of you as anything other than an idiot right now. An idiot? How rude can you be, Joan? How rude can I be? I'm telling the truth, aren't I? It's because of the choices you made today that you put your whole family in life-threatening danger and almost drove that car straight off a cliff. I understand that, but there are certain things you can be saying and certain things you can't be saying about me right now. Well, I feel I can be saying things like this about you right now since they're the truth. Sorry if you think differently, but there's no point in trying to run from the truth now, right? So what's so rude about that? You're being very rude. Saying things like that to your mother-in-law right after she'd gotten into an accident? You're the one that did all of this to me, so all you're doing now by being that rude is making yourself look even worse. Do you not feel any form of sympathy for me right now after all of this? I don't, actually. After all the crap your family's put me through, I would never feel any sympathy for you guys, no matter how horrible the situation is for you all. At this point, I really just do not care. I mean, you told me you're just all strangers to me anyway, so there's no point in wasting my energy thinking about you. What do you mean we're all strangers to you? You told me that a little while back, right? I mean, even today you said something like that to me. I am not a part of your family, so you don't want me coming to the resort with you all. And that's the reason you ended up leaving me behind and then wrecked the car in an accident that landed you all in the hospital, right? I still cannot believe that you made it home that quickly when I made sure that we were leaving you in a part of the mountains that most people never drove through. Look, you don't even seem to realize that what you've done was incredibly messed up. I wouldn't want to be anything besides a stranger to such heaps of trash like you. I've finally come to the point in my life where I really no longer feel anything for you, your husband, or even Scott. I just cannot keep being a part of such a toxic family as yours, Doris. Excuse me? What do you mean by toxic family? Whose family is toxic? Joan, you have gone way past the line now with how rude you're being to both me and my family. And you're a part of this family as well. You're my son's wife. But that's why I'm speaking as though I'm no longer going to be a part of your family, or Scott's wife. I'm going to divorce him, and then get out of this house forever. Huh? Divorce my Scott? That should make you very happy to hear now, right? Huh? Hold on a moment. Did Scott say that he was okay with you doing that to him?
I don't know how he'll feel about this. At this point, he has no other choice but to accept divorce now, right? Because as of right now, I am so serious about leaving him and you guys that I've gotten in touch with a lawyer.
Are you kidding me? Why would you say something like that to his own mother?
Because I'm serious about all of this, and I feel you need to understand that very well. And besides, you've been the one calling me a stranger for the longest time now, even though I've been with Scott for 3 years.
I understand that, but right now we are in a very tough situation.
Huh? You're in a tough situation?
Then tell me, Joan, who else is going to be coming out here to come and pick us up from the hospital? We're stuck here without a car, and we all have injuries that we need to rest from so that they can heal. If you don't come out here and get us, we'll be stuck. Do I sound like I give a crap? What? Joan!
I've had it up to here with all of you guys and the crap you've constantly given me. I am not your guys' frickin' driver that you can use whenever you want and then throw away at the last minute. If you all want to do something that requires a car to get to, then you take responsibility for that and actually learn to drive.
Wait, please, Joan! Can you calm down about all of what's happened just a tad bit? Joan, you've never been this cold-hearted to all of us before, right? I'm sure that once you've had a second to cool off, you'll be fine with coming out here and picking us all up.
Don't worry about not having someone come to get you. Because even if I don't plan on being there to take you home, the police will be.
What? What do you mean by the police will be here to take us home?
It's so great to hear that you all are at least not in a life-threatening situation anymore. But you got into a car accident while not carrying a valid driver's license. Did you think that the police would never show up to investigate that accident? The moment they realized that you have no driver's license and were driving that car, they are going to take you into custody.
Take me into custody? Are you sure? But I got injured in that accident as well. Everyone in the family is hurt in some way, and none of us are in the place to be dealing with the police right now. So why the hell would they take me into custody?
Well, I'm just telling you what will most likely happen, so I'm sorry that your poor choices are catching up to you. But what you did was against the law, and in that crash you caused a lot of problems for other people around you. Now tell me, Doris, why do you keep trying to play things off as though you've done nothing wrong this whole time? You already messed up the moment you left me in the mountains when it's the middle of winter and not many people are around. Idiot! And with that one extremely stupid choice, you tied the knot to the noose that's been around your neck this whole time. Stinking idiot!
Joan, I am really in a tough spot right now, and so is the rest of the family. Don't you think you're taking things a bit too far now by laughing at me with no sympathy to what's happened? Is there nothing about what's happened that's bothering you?
Anything bothering me? There's nothing about what's happened with you all that bothers me now. All you are to me now is a couple of strangers that are so rotten that you left me in the mountains in the freezing cold, after telling me you didn't even reserve a spot for me at the resort. And soon I'll be divorced from Scott and we'll be able to cut ties to you all for good. I'm sure when Scott finds out about the divorce, he'll be in just as big of trouble as you're in right now. But he has his family, so please be there to support him after I leave.
What do you mean Scott will be in trouble? Why do you keep talking about how we'll be in trouble?
Well, Scott used to work a job as a truck driver, right? Did you think that he'd be able to continue his job as a truck driver after losing his license, though?
Huh? Then Scott, what's he been doing now?
Well, for the past few months, he's been playing video games all day without ever moving from the couch.
Then that means he's not making any money right now.
Well, if you think about it, not having a job would stop you from making any money, right? I have to say that all of this happened at the perfect time for me. I'd been thinking of leaving him for at least a year now. So now you can all work together as a family to find a way out of your guys' troubles.
Joan, wait, please! Right now, my own daughter isn't working a job either, and she's not even looking for one currently. Who is going to be the one to pay for my husband and I from now on? Who's going to be the one to pay for the wrecked car and all of our hospital bills now? Don't be so crazy, Doris. I hope you didn't start to think that you could ask me to pay for all you guys now. You all are complete strangers to me. And that's exactly what you'd been wishing for. Now the four of you do your best to make it out of that terrible situation in any way you possibly can. Goodbye forever, you old scummy hag. After all of that, Joan began to completely ignore Scott and his family. And as for Scott's mom, Doris, she was taken from the hospital by the police and moved to a local jail where she would be held until her court date. Scott tried reaching out to Joan for forgiveness, telling her he'd try harder to be a good husband, but Joan no longer had the patience to listen to him cry. After everything that whole family did to Joan, this is the only outcome. Joan was able to come out on top, cutting ties with that whole toxic family for good. But that ended up leaving Scott with his messed up family as they now raced towards a terrifying end. Well, this is what they all asked for after treating Joan like garbage, and so the only way they'll be able to make it out is as a changed family. At least they can all be thankful that Doris's decision to drive didn't leave them all 6 feet under.